This podcast is sponsored by Swift Lifestyles, brand new energy drink. Be sure to use the code Yin Yang for $15 off your next purchase. And enjoy the show.
The following podcast may contain foul language, which some may find offensive. Unless you're a robot, they don't count.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Yin Yang Podcast, episode 31. As always, I'm your host with the most, D-Pad, and with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, you Kirby.
Hi there.
And Robot Toaster.
Hey.
Okay, and I just have to say this quickly. I promise not to scramble the toasters anymore. She has been very clear about that. And
Better not.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a full lineup today. It's kind of funny because we couldn't find much news, and then as today progressed, we just got more and more news. And then yesterday, I've got a little bit more news too. So, we are not going to start things off with our usual UU streaming update because he hasn't streamed all week, but you will be doing that. You'll be starting to stream next week, right?
I should be.
All right. So we won't do that, but how have you guys been doing in the meantime?
I've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, Toaster, you're actually getting ready to go on a trip, are you not?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to Maine soon. I'm heading out tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon.
All right, cool. Just remember not to get into too much trouble while you're gone.
I won't explode anything.
Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna have to check my lab later to see if any of my explosives are missing.
Yeah, I can't make any promises that the toasters won't start an uprising.
Oh, fuck me. Anyway, you how have you been?
Meh.
Just meh?
Yeah. MEH. Meh.
Okay, then.
Never heard it put so eloquently.
You guys know that I've been dealing with some stuff, right? I'm not gonna give the full story just because I don't want to get a ramble rant and get pissed off. But
You
my
deserve
Auntie
to
Myra
get
passed
pissed
away.
off.
Oh yeah, well, my Auntie Myra passed away on Sunday, and let's just say that some shit is going down, and neither my mom or myself are really happy with what my aunt's sisters are doing. So I guess it's to the point where mom's actually going to get involved in deal with some of the bullshit the sisters are doing. So just I'm going to leave it at that if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah. So moving right along, then I guess we can start the podcast. And yesterday, I guess Limited Run Games did their own E3, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of clever, but they actually did that. And so we had a ton of announcements yesterday for some games coming out. Do we want to take turns announcing them, Yu? Or do you just want to do them all in one shot?
We'll just do them all in one shot.
All right. Without further ado, take it away.
Basically, the stuff that was announced where I actually need to jump to your server just to get the list.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. Basically, we have a Clock Tower translation coming out.
I'm excited for that.
I'm not really that interested in Clock Towers. It's there. But
Yeah.
there are kind of better survival horror games.
Mm.
Now, these are for basically everything. We also have a new Shantae game coming out. Shantae Advanced Rescue Revolution. This one actually turned out to be a game they already had planned after the original Shantae, the one on the Game Boy. So
Yeah,
while they were making, basically when they were wrapping up making the first one, they had started out plans for this one, but it never came to, be until next year.
And like the game was originally planned for the Game Boy Advance, hence the name Shantae Advance. And I guess like the marketing and that, like they were trying to get the game picked up, but no one really wanted this game because they kept asking about the sales for the first Shantae game, and I guess the first Shantae game did not sell that well, which is I was kind of shocked when I heard that out. But the fact that like they're actually bringing this Lost game back, that makes me really happy that they're actually doing that. And the plot, it sounds like something you could find from like the Shantae series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these next two games that are announced, I was practically squealing with joy, and I think Yu was like really excited for like. Yes. So we have the original.
I thought I was doing on this. I thought I was doing.
I'm doing Tomba. I'm doing Tomba. You can do the last one.
Fine. Fuck.
I'm doing Tomba. Fuck you too. I'm doing Tomba. Tomba's my boy. We were, as I said, yeah. Tomba, the PlayStation Classic, is coming back remastered, and I squealed for joy when I saw that trailer, just because I have really good fond memories of playing both Tomba and Tomba 2. And so this just makes me think that if the remake of Tomba sells extremely well, let's get a remake for Tomba 2, please. But Tomba's return is nothing compared to our next guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and really weird that you actually give a shit about this one. That dating interactive movie, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, is getting a definitive edition.
See, okay, like I'm only interested.
Why is this getting a fucking rendition? No one gives a shit about these types of games.
See, I'm only interested in this game getting a remake because, son of a bitch, someone's actually doing a remake of this game. Like, I know it's a bad game. I seen the the Angry Video Game Nerd review. I seen Taco Man's review for it, but just really, you're doing this game. That's what I was excited for about. Like, it's actually like just I thought it was a joke. Okay.
Also, we do apologize for if there's any crackling on D-pad side. He is talking through his phone.
Yeah, my tablet kind of didn't charge up in time. I forgot to charge it this morning. My bad. I was in a rush this morning, okay? I slept in and then I got up early and I started like binge watching Sonic Prime. Anyway. Proceed, Yu.
Yeah, but that's honestly not the last bit. We also have Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection. We had spoken about this, I want to say about
episode 28 or 27 or 29.
Yeah,
I think.
a little bit ago. So we've already said said our thoughts on this. But I think that was also before Toaster joined too.
It was like
So do you want to give your thoughts on the stuff, Toaster?
I mean, you guys are talking about a lot of video games that I haven't really played.
Well, no, you can't play Jurassic Park games.
It's true.
So are you excited for those?
No, I actually haven't watched a Jurassic Park movie in full until when I took a plane ride to Copenhagen in March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I had seen bits and pieces of Jurassic Park up to that point, but I had never seen the first movie in full, and I guess now I have to go out and watch all the other ones, though I've heard like everything after the first one isn't that good.
Yeah.
See, the first two are good. After that, it's all garbage.
Until World, and then it starts getting mediocre-ish.
Yeah.
And then after World, it starts getting bad.
Yeah, Dominion and then Extinction. Yeah, those two sucked airs.
Maybe it shouldn't have been a franchise at all then.
It's one of Spielberg's greatest cash cows. He's not going to give that series up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not me getting mad at.
Oh yeah, no.
Obviously.
Yeah, no.
And it's also a book series too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
It started out as a book series, and then Spielberg had the idea to turn them into movies.
Actually, and I actually think that Lost World was actually being written for the movie first.
That's what I think, honestly.
Because apparently Lost World movie and book are really night and day. People
really
are apparently. I don't have 100% because I've never actually read the books, and I also don't watch the movies. If someone does know, please let us know in the comments if how different they are.
Yeah, please let us know, please.
And the last thing, which basically before D-Pad had stolen Tomba, I would have said this one as the second one, but now I made him look like a dummy. With plumbers don't wear ties.
Fuck you.
Why don't plumbers wear ties?
It's the name of the game. I don't understand why it's named that. It's like, where does that come from? Like, I don't even think the guy's a plumber anyway.
He is.
Okay, he is. So at least there's that correlation. But anyway.
I don't know that many plumbers aside from Mario.
It's not a Mario game.
Yeah,
I know. I was gonna be like, what if they were trying to cash in on Mario?
Great. Mario has more than tie.
Great.
Yes.
Now I can picture plumbers don't wear tie Mario edition. Thank you for putting that in my head.
Fuck you.
You guys put that in my head.
I'm sorry.
I kick you from this call, but I don't know if that would screw up audio.
Yeah, please don't kick me like you have before.
If you kicked it from the call, then there would be no more podcast.
No, I'm the one recording.
Yeah, the one recording.
Right. So yeah, the last one is Gex Trilogy.
You guys have told me about Gex. He's like a lizard, right?
Yes.
Gecko.
Yeah, Gex the Gecko. Basically, it's. I'm gonna look up what I explained to my friend about Gex real quick.
Yeah, Gex was created like for the I can't remember which console it was. Like he was supposed to be like
Jaguar.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the next big gaming mascot.
Yeah, but then they moved to Yeah,
like his attitude kind of reminded me of Sonic, honestly. Just like the quips and just
although the quips are outdated jokes though.
Yeah. But like they're funny jokes though.
Yeah.
Like some of them are funny.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Basically, one thing I hope for both the Tomba 1 remaster and the Gex trilogy, they do fix some of the issues that each of the games have. Like Tomba, I really wish that I hope that the remake fixes a few events in the first game where with like the flower event where if you have to pay attention to it or else it will die. Like I'm not talking basically, you have to stand over it. Basically, it after a certain number of events cleared, it will occur.
Yeah,
so that one kind of needs to be that one needs to be fixed up a little bit. Tomba also has a race thing that has 3 events tied to it, one for each medal ranking. And if you get gold or silver, you cannot trigger any events associated with any of the other medals.
Really?
Which that's stupid. That is stupid. So I hope that they are actually they realize that's going to be they're going to fix that stuff. For the Gex games, for the first one, I actually a few months ago I've replayed the first one because I never actually have because I own it on PS3.
Yeah.
I hope that basically they realize they have playtesters playtest the second half of the game because a lot of those stages are not well designed.
Yeah.
Like the quote unquote boss fight in the jungle stage. A few of these stages in the Kung Fu channel, and especially the Rez boss fights. Like those did not feel play tested. Those really did not feel play tested.
Should we explain about what Gex is, like for those who don't know who
we
Gex
should.
is?
Basically, Gex is a platformer about a TV binging gecko voiced by Dana Gould, who I also do want to note. Me and D-Pad both feel that it's not Dana returning for Gex for the trilogy, because it sounded a little bit like him, but it wasn't a line that he said.
Yeah, after like listening to it a few times, I came to the conclusion that I feel like they replaced Dana with Rob Paulsen.
Like, which that's not a bad choice. That's not Rob
Paulsen's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
I met him at con once.
Yeah, he is a terrific voice actor, and he would be very good for Gex.
Yeah, definitely. Like I made this joke like when we were talking about this, but I'd rather prefer him as Gex than a certain Bobcat.
Bonkers?
To explain the joke, basically.
Oh, I know what you meant. It's
no,
Bubsy.
No, this is for everyone else.
Yeah.
Basically, Bubsy the Bobcat had a failed cartoon series. Rob Paulsen was the voice for him in that. For some reason, it wasn't him in the video games.
No, it wasn't him. But okay, so apparently someone had questioned Rob, why did he voice Bubsy for the cartoon, and his response was,
it was just for money.
He needed the money, like he was like desperate.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say Bubsy is one of Rob Paulsen's two worst roles. Either it's Bubsy and Coconut Fred.
Yep. He stated that he does not like both characters. You know you're on something when even the voice actor hates the character.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sucks because Rob Paulsen's a talented dude.
Yes.
Oh, he is. Yes. But anyway, so yeah. Gex. So yeah, Gex is pulled into his TV by this, I guess you could say like this beast.
Metallic monstrosity named Rez, as in resolution.
Yeah.
And in the first game, he's pulled into it.
Yeah.
And basically, once he defeats Rez, he gets free.
Yeah.
In the third games, he gets roped into it because in the second game, Rez starts causing chaos in the media dimension, the TV world. And in the third game, he kidnaps Rez's real-life human girlfriend,
Agent Cunningham.
No, I thought her name was Extra.
That for the North American, like for my dub, like here, it was Agent Cunningham. And in here, like for Canada, that Agent Cunningham was actually played by Pamela Anderson.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Agent Extra.
See, I don't know why they did the changes.
Yeah, and
maybe it's a double entendre.
I think it's because it's like Gex's partners of like Smoking Hot Babes, so
yeah,
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah,
they had to censor out.
And I mean, it's like they also use basically a they also use a Playboy model for Agent Extra.
Yeah.
She's okay. I mean, I'm looking at her right now. She's okay.
Yeah, I think the actress that actually played Agent Extra for like that version was like a Playboy model at one point.
Yeah. One thing. Oh! I think I know what you got confused with. She's also in Baywatch.
Yes, thank you.
So it's not. It's not.
I thought it was. My bad.
No. It's Marlies Andrada.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
not Pamela.
I'm looking at such a weird photo of Gex and Agent Extra right now.
Is it the one where he's covering her breasts?
Yes, thank you.
Send it to me, and I'll put it up on the screen so people will see this.
Send it to like our chat because I got to see that too.
Thank you for saying that out loud. So now I don't have to.
No, I immediately knew what you were talking about because I do watch it. I have seen that one.
It is the weirdest image I've seen all day. I mean,
share it in the topics here.
Yeah, share it in the topics channel.
Yeah, so I could see. And hopefully we don't get in trouble.
Do we have to put a censor bar over this?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I mean, it already has a censor bar. It's Lizard Hands.
Oh, and we're gonna get canceled for this. Oh boy.
So should I show it or not? Or should I just put a link to the image in the description?
Yes. Maybe we should do that. Just
all right.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Just be on the safe side. Yeah, we'll put it in the description below, just so people to see it. Yeah, which is funny that they use a real life person because the ending for Enter the Gecko has him going to sleep with Nikki from Pandemonium. Which is
I forgot.
Yeah, I bet you also forgot this. The reason that's there is referencing the fact that Dana Gould, Gex's North American voice actor, got Nikki's voice actress the job. But the funny thing about that, the model for Nikki they use is from Pandemonium 2. That the voice actress for her in 1 did not voice.
Really?
Yeah, so the joke completely and utterly fails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I have no idea what you just said.
You guys want to know like a really cool thing about like the Gex game, like for the sequel?
Which one?
Gex 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Much of the game's humor was inspired by the Fox's animated series The Simpsons, which the scriptwriter for the game, Rob Cohen, he previously worked on as a writer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's I like that fact about Pandemonium. Like that's really interesting. Like I did not even think of that, but yeah, that's another game series I'd like to see come back. Honestly,
I need to play a lot more of these games. I bought Spyro recently.
Oh, nice.
I bought Spyro Reignited, I think it was called. I bought it on Steam when they were having their sale. I also bought Phoenix Wright.
Oh, God damn it. God damn
it, what?
I was going to basically, I was going to post a clip from my streams that I did when I actually did Gex 3 on stream. But it's gone. Basically, when I streamed it, I never was able to finish the game. Well, show the last cutscene because it just started glitching out. And this was an on-disc copy that I owned from my childhood. So I wasn't gonna play that scene, but I was gonna link it to you guys and have you link it to that. I think I'll probably just have to link the time frame in on the streaming on the YouTube VOD. VOD. I did.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just like let me know that information, then I can. Take care of that.
That's what I'll do. One thing I do hope that they change for the 2 and 3 though, better field of view.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad in the second game, but the stages in the second and the third game are not made with the field of view they used.
Mm-hmm.
They really aren't. So I really hope that they do kind of either get rid of the field of view or they kind of brighten up the darkness for that. I also do wonder which version of Mythology stage they're going to do. Because for those that don't know, both the N64 and the PSX versions of the Mythology stage for Gex 3 were completely different. PSX focused on a Mount Olympus type area, while the N64 focused on a more lava area. I think the N64 one is way better because a lot of the platforming is really shitty in the PSX version for that stage. It's really shitty. But I am still very excited for those, and I probably will be taking the Gex series fully, depending on how the trilogy is for the Split Screen Squad channel.
Again, Split Screen Squad. It was funny yesterday because he pointed out, like, did anyone take like claim dibs on the Thomas series? And I was just about to say
it was Shantae. It was Shantae.
Oh yeah, it was.
it was Shantae and it's like I was already on the page when I posted that too.
Yeah.
So it's like I already took it.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, I'm doing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah,
and
because I let you.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, nice. The Gex trilogy is going to be on Steam, so
yep, it's
maybe I can
both.
play with you guys.
Yeah, all of these games are going to be on everything: PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and Xbox One, Steam, and Switch. I'm probably gonna
get it for Switch.
I'm probably gonna get them on PSX first. PS4,
and I'm gonna get them on Steam because I can't afford a console.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get them on PS4, PS5, 4 or 5, mostly because those games. Depending if I do want to get them on Switch, I will get them in the future. But it's like if they were Nintendo games, I would go for Nintendo. But they were PlayStation games, so yeah.
True.
It's why I'm taking the entire Shantae series on the Switch. Because that's technically more of a Nintendo series than everything else. Although all the current games. Anyway.
Okay, but speaking of like can't afford a game console, this brings up a good time to remind people about our sponsor, Swift Energy. Be sure to use the code Yin Yang for 50% off on all your purchases.
All one word.
Yeah. I thought I should just mention that quickly.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Yes, please use the code. We need the money. I don't need to sell toaster on the streets.
Hey.
Okay, to be honest, I don't. It's like no. We could take that as D-pad actually selling toasters on the street.
Yeah, like actual toasters. I have like a stack of them.
Well, I'm just worried you're gonna throw me out with them.
No, God no.
No, we love you.
I'm the only one with the face on it.
Yes.
Yeah. But we are still sticking with video game news for the next two things. Next 3 things. Actually, technically 5 things.
Yeah, you brought the news, so I'm just gonna let him take.
Well, you brought one of them. You brought one of them.
I have video game news.
Which one did I bring again? I gotta remember.
Well, about TMNT Dimension
yes.
Which we'll start now since you had to ask.
I forgot. Okay, it's been a busy day. Work was just brutal. But anyway, we did have some confirmation that there was going to be some DLC for Shredder's Revenge. And if you haven't played the game already, I highly recommend it. It's such a good game. It's like, I love for the fact that this game kind of takes place within the 80s cartoon universe. It's beautiful. But
looks a little bit like the Ninja Turtles arcade game.
That's the point.
I think that's the point. But anyway, we have this new DLC coming out called Dimension Shell Shock, and it's essentially like a rush mode.
Horde mode.
Yeah, hard mode, and it's interesting. It's interesting because it's interesting because you can collect mutagen to level up your character, and apparently you can actually play as some of your biggest enemies like Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder even. That interests me. But the fact that I'm really excited for this DLC, we are getting a character that the Turtles have worked with countless times before. Miyamoto Miyamoto. I can't pronounce it.
Miyamoto.
Miyamoto Usagi, the samurai rabbit. I am so freaking happy that Usagi's involved in this. Like, yes. Yes. I've been reading the Usagi comics and they're such a good work of art. Like, I love them.
I think it's funny that turtles are teaming up with a rabbit. It's like a reverse tortoise and the hare. Ninjas are typically faster than samurais.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay, anyway. That's like a little bit into this. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Next up is actually something that surprised the crap out of me when I saw this late last night. We have a brand new community focused, community made update for Team Fortress 2. Yes, a 15-year-old game got a big community update. They have been updating a few times recently, but this is kind of the biggest one. And like I said, it is community made. It's adding a cosmetic, a summer 2023 cosmetic case, adding community contributed taunts to the Manco store, Killer Joke, Star Spangled Strategy, Head Doctor, 2 Fort Tango, spelled TUE, not 2, not 2 like the map in the game. The Road Rager and the Killer Signature, adding a few new effects for unusual hats and taunts, and War Paint. The event running through September 15th. It is also adding 14 new community maps. Shark Bay, Rotunda, Phoenix, Cashworks, Venice, Reckoner, Sulphur, Hardwood, Pelican Peak, Selbian, VSH Tiny Rock, VSH Distillery, VSH Skirmish, and VSH Nucleus. Now, notice that those last 4 had the title VSH. What the hell is that? Versus Saxton Hale.
I thought it was VHS spelled wrong.
No. Versus for those of you who have played TF2, Versus Saxton Hale is a fan-made mode where basically similar to the game's normal arena mode, but everyone's fighting a overpowered player who takes on the role of Manco CEO Saxton Hale or another powerful boss. This is now an official part of the game now. Valve saw this and actually thought that this was a good idea. In my time playing TF2, I actually have played a few of these. It is a really fun game mode. So
a friend of mine has been trying to get me to play Team Fortress 2, so maybe...
It is a fun game. You need basically a lot of people that you know to play, though, and to goof off if you want to. So
yeah,
playing. I know you guys.
Yeah, but
I have my other friend from real life.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really surprising that we're actually making Saxton Hale versus Saxton Hale a new mode. So basically, I'm hoping it does add a lot more stuff to the game, and I do hope it starts means Valve's going to start. We're going to keep an eye out on this for basically get rid of a lot of bots too.
Yeah.
Not the ones that are in man versus machine though.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stick with another article I found because this one was also from yesterday about the Horizon series, Forbidden West, Zero Dawn.
Ooh.
Apparently, from need to check real quick. Need to get name. Okay. Back in May, Guerrilla Games studio director John Bart von Beek has confirmed that Aloy's Adventures will continue. around now, we've learned that apparently they have 16 plans for the series.
Oh.
16 games? Are you serious?
Plans.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of this. Because it's like, this is a very quick way to make people not give a shit about your series. Yeah. Granted, their time frames for game releases doesn't help.
Yeah.
For those of you not understanding,
Valve can't count to 3 joke here.
No, this is way worse. This is way worse than Valve can't count to 3, because both Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West were basically got overshadowed by better and hyped games. Breath of the Wild for the first one, and Elden Ring for the second.
Yes.
Do they? It's like, and like I said, in hell. One of the reasons why I'm saying I'm not a fan of. What if this series just gets canceled, and people go, "Oh, how do you know?" I'm a Xenosaga fan. That series was supposed to be 6 episodes. It got canned after 3 because of the fact that people did not like 2. So yeah, this is why you should not have outright state this, or you shouldn't, or you, yeah. It's like this is gonna blow up in their faces. This is gonna straight up blow up in their faces, and it's a really sad thing. I still actually need to play the first one. Once I do have, and I've played very little, but yeah.
I'm gonna say this though, like the main Aloy. Her voice actor is voiced Enid from OKKO.
It's cool.
Yeah, I found that out because I was actually watching a walkthrough for the game, and I'm hearing the voice. So I'm like, it's Enid.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go to the other a DLC I was gonna mention that I'm hyped for, but since you brought voice actors, time for your daily reminder of pay your voice actors. Apparently, Genshin Impact voice actors say they haven't been paid in months.
That is so shitty.
From what we've heard only 2 of them. One of them being Brandon. I apologize if I get this last name screwed up. Winkler, that's what I want to pronounce his name. Who voices a number of minor roles. So it's like you could go, oh, it's just a minor voice actor. Who cares? How about this one? Corina Boteger, the voice behind Paimon. The little annoying NPC that acts as your voice for the game is also stating this too.
Yeah.
So yeah, pay your fucking voice actors. Do you guys want to say anything to this?
Yeah,
blown away.
Well, me and Toast were talking.
I should actually explain a little bit. To basically give an example for Paimon, because I have played a little bit of it. Paimon is essentially your voice for this. Think of it similar to other gacha games, such as Mash Cure Light for Fate. I haven't played in a long time, but I'm guessing this is also counts for Amiya and Arknights.
Mm-hmm.
And those are kind of the only 2 gachas that I played that give a voice NPC character to work as your assistant. But yeah, so that's how important Paimon is.
Yeah. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, so now you guys can give your thoughts on this one.
I was gonna say that I was me and Toaster were talking about this before, and we both kind of agreed that you have to pay your voice actors, because a lot of people think that they just do voices for a living, it doesn't amount to a thing. These are people that they went to college, university. They took classes for this thing, for this line of work, because it's their profession. And some people, they do a bang up job. Like, I'm going to use Frank Walker as an example. If you don't know who he is, he's Scooby Doo.
I do have another voice actor to bring up for this case, but when you're done.
We brought up Rob Paulson earlier.
Yeah, we brought up Rob Paulson. Roger Craig Smith, Tara Strong. Who do you want to add?
Tom Kenny?
Oh no, my whole thing isn't completely another thing, but it's about basically voice actors are people too, type thing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm wanting to add on to.
Oh yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. Like I can agree with that. Okay,
bringing up Tom Kenny. I'm pretty sure today is his birthday.
I'm gonna actually go check real quick.
Is it?
I'm doing a quick check.
Okay, but as I was saying,
I know there's like a couple of famous people who have a birthday today.
Yeah, today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Tom! Thank you for bringing us laughter with the voice of like your characters throughout the year. Okay, what was I gonna say now? Yeah, I remember now. I remember now. Do you guys remember Sausage Party by any chance?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
It was an awkward movie.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. Apparently, there was allegations that the animation studio that provided the animation for the game, for the movie, they weren't being paid for it.
Yeah.
Apparently, like half the animators went uncredited.
Yeah, that too. Like that's. I think like a lot of people just they don't really take this into consideration. They think it's just like, what's the word I'm looking for?
They don't just hit the make cartoon button on their computer.
Yeah. Like it takes a lot of work to do this, people.
Yeah.
Sorry to steal a joke from another reviewer.
Don't worry. You're good. We forgive you. But yeah, I think I had like what I was gonna say. I am sorry. I'm writing like I'm having like a brain fart right now. I can't think right now.
Can we ever think? I mean, I can. You tell me I overthink stuff all the time.
Oh,
there is going to be some robot toaster overthinking tonight. Just a fair warning.
I will beat you both with the shoe. Well, not so much you, more toaster than you.
More like, well, not exactly overthinking, but like an analysis.
Yeah, overanalyze, I would say.
Yeah, overanalyze. Yeah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? So, what's the other video game news? Like,
first of all, I want to go back to the other to voice acting thing real quick. Hey guys, sorry for the really weird, awkward interruption of the podcast. I had recently learned, as of this hour, it's actually 9 p.m. right now. I recently learned that it's not MiHoYo that is behind the voice actors not getting paid, but it is a third party. We will be talking more about this in the next episode. I just wanted to add this just so people don't think, oh, it's MiHoYo. Apologies for the interruption. Take care, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're keeping up with the pissing people off thing. So, Erica Lindbeck has left Twitter. For those of you that don't know her, she is she's one of her more recent roles is Futaba in Persona 5.
No.
Yeah, and the reason, because basically people were attacking her when she voiced her her anger at some dipshit jackass making a AI recreation of her Futaba voice for a music video.
That's the problem with AI stuff, people.
Yeah.
I I hate like how people are using like AI for like AI art. Like, I think about like the AI art stuff. According to like what one friend was telling me, a lot of the time what they'll do is they'll actually take like actual art and like they'll claim it as like it's their own generated art.
Like as an artist myself, I hate that.
Yeah. I definitely get that too. But
yeah, it's like whoever made this video and whoever is basically was attacking her, whoever's uploading this video after this person deleted it, you're going to fucking hell. And it's well fucking deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. At the string of F-bombs tonight, you.
Well, I mean, it's like she's a wonderful person. I would love. Yeah. She's one of the few voice actors I would honestly love to meet.
Definitely.
She's a wonderful person. From everyone who's met her, she is a wonderful person. And hell, Little Karibo, the guy behind Yu-Gi-Oh! Blitz, he's even said, you people just drove one of the nicest people off of Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no. It's like, it's seriously, go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible.
Here's the thing. What did they have to gain from doing that stuff? Like the people that do this, like, do you think that they're a big shot for doing that?
Yes, they do.
They're fucking.
They probably have nothing better to do with their lives.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's true. It's still it's. I hate that. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I straight up agree. But now that we've gotten all that out of the way, it's time for something actually much more uplifting. The 5th DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the one based off the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, has finally been given a trailer. And we're actually getting ground battles, because for those of you that have never, for those of you who have seen Dragon Ball, there is very little to no flying in that. So basically, all the fighting is done on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but we also have seen 3 of the fights for this. There's the usual Goku versus Piccolo, because no shit, that's going to be in. We've also seen Goku versus Tien. So we're going to be doing more than just the final fight.
Nice.
And a third one, Tien versus Tao Pai Pai. So we have more than just Goku playing in this playable. But it's not the first time that basically DLC has used other characters playable. Well, and I'm not counting the ones based off of Battle Gods and Revival of Frieza. I'm more talking about the History of Trunks, which did focus just on Trunks, and the 4th DLC, the Bardock one, which focused on Goku's father. Good. And also, it should also be mentioned, unlike Trunks, Tien was a pure NPC character. The only playable characters in Kakarot were Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo, and Trunks. And in addition to basically Gogeta and Gotenks. Gotenks, but they're also fusions. One thing I am taking from watching the ground battle footage, I'm hoping that Namco's not going to just throw this away. Because the ground battle system could actually be reused for other anime games. I'm looking at some of this, and I'm seeing this. They can do this for a Naruto game.
That would actually be really interesting.
With a few tweaks, they can also do it for a One Piece game too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Namco should not just drop the ground battle system after this DLC. They should basically work on tweaks for it for other animes.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, knowing it's Namco, there's a high chance that they won't listen to this very smart advice.
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, so that whole thing took a really long time. So now we can actually go back to what D-Pad actually had planned.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut like one of the stories out just because like I want to get some more information on that, and that's like, it's regarding like the TMNT and Stranger Things crossover. If that's okay with you guys.
Okay, I was thinking it was going to be basically the fourth thing.
Fourth thing. Are you referring to what I think you're referring to? Limited.
I'm looking at the second one.
Yeah. So we finally have a trailer that was dropped for the movie.
Oh no, not this one. The next one.
Oh.
But yeah, we can go straight to this one.
Let's talk about this one first before we talk about the other one. Yeah. So we finally have a trailer that was dropped for a movie that's based on Willy Wonka, titled Wonka. And I'm gonna say this before we start. A friend of ours on my server shared a photo of the outfit that Wonka wears in the movie, and it's very similar to the outfit that the Great Gonzo wore in the Great Muppet Caper. And so she's like, I can't believe that Wonka stole Gonzo's outfit.
Yeah, it actually is. It's kind of funny.
Yes. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'll get the Muppets involved. As a like I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's one of my favorite books. I love the movies.
What do you then tell us your thoughts on the remake?
Okay, I didn't mind the remake. The thing that bugged me about the remake was you have like the Oompa Loompas sing those songs. That's the only thing that I didn't like about the movie. But
the Oompa Loompas sing a song in the original movie,
but not as much.
Okay, first of all, it's not a remake; it's a different adaptation of the same source material.
Yeah.
Second of all, the songs they sing in the newer movie are actually based on the songs the Oompa Loompas sing in the book.
See, I did not know. Maybe I need to rewatch the movie and then come back with my thoughts on it. I do remember, like, I think, like, I love that movie because Johnny Depp was Willy Wonka and he was hilarious in that one.
I still prefer
Gene Wilder.
Yeah, I still prefer Gene.
Gene Wilder was like fantastic.
Gene was way better than Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I definitely think Gene Wilder is the better Wonka, but I think the 2005 movie is a lot closer to the book.
Yeah,
I like the movies. I like both movies for different reasons. It's
come back.
It's like comparing Kirk to Picard. You just can't do it. Well, I mean, you can, but you like them for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I've seen the movie and I've seen the remake in theaters. I can barely remember anything about that one. But yeah, I can remember, oh wait, stop, come back. I can also remember, you lose, good day, sir.
Yeah.
I can remember
that. You saw the original movie in theaters?
No, not the original one, the remake, the Johnny Depp one.
Alright, because I do not remember those lines being in the newer one. Actually, I think I was 8 years old when we saw
that Wade stop back. That was from like the Gene Wilder one.
Both of them. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I remember more about that one than I do about the than I do about the Tim Burton one.
But anyway, I am actually like looking forward to the movie. Like, I know Toaster, you have some thoughts on the trailer.
And I will let her go before me though.
Yeah. Let's let Toaster go because
she's been. Yeah, you can finish your thoughts. Though.
Bubbling up for this, so let's
you can
Toaster
finish your thoughts first. Then she can go, and I can go.
Yeah. Just I can't believe just the fact that we're actually getting like a more of like an origin story for Wonka. That still kind of surprises me, honestly. Like, what else do you need to do for the character? Like you like if you read the book, then again, I'm thinking it's Warner Brothers. They're trying to market as much money as they can. So that's my. But yeah, Toaster, go ahead. Like, I'm more interested in hearing Toaster's thoughts, honestly.
So again, I love the book. I love both the movies. It was just a staple of my childhood. A lot of Roald Dahl was. So one thing I will say is, the movie doesn't look bad, but it does kind of look a bit generic, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I've seen this whole underdog goes up against the big bad establishment thing before. A lot. And on some level, I get why they would do that with Willy Wonka, because he is like a weird, wacky, eccentric guy who shuts himself away from the world and doesn't really understand social cues that's like consistent across all the versions. But at the same time, I feel like it kind of takes away from some of the themes that the original story sets up. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, no matter what version you're watching, the book, the older movie, the newer movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a morality tale.
Mm-hmm.
So it does, the kids get punished for doing bad things while Charlie, the good kid, is rewarded, all that. So it doesn't really make sense for Wonka to be this, like, renegade who wants to break all the rules early in his life, but then later in his life be a lot stricter about people breaking his rules. And, we've seen that he does value rules. In the older movie, he makes the kids sign a contract, and in the newer version, he does... One thing I will say Johnny Depp's Wonka has going for him, he definitely shows a little bit more concern for the kids than Gene Wilder's Wonka does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. While he is a crazy guy, he definitely still has rules to him. And I also kind of feel like doing the Willy Wonka story without the kids is kind of like doing Despicable Me without the three girls. Like, it feels like something is lost.
Honestly, I don't...
Okay, wait, go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't really agree with that last statement, because, like, it's more I see less of the story about the kids and more of a story for both Willie and Charlie.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So it's like go ahead. It's your turn. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have a lot to say.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm just overall analyzing the heck out of this. I also just feel like, remember when we talked about Velma and I said one of my least favorite things a franchise can do is repeat a previous mistake?
Yep.
Well, as much as I do like the 2005 movie, like, they tried to give Wonka a backstory in that version, and in my opinion, that was the weakest part of a movie that was otherwise completely faithful to the book. And at least with the backstory in that one, you can kind of see it paralleling some of the themes with the bad kids, that he wound up the way he was because he didn't have a good relationship with his parents. Well, his father. It's like, the 2005 movie really stresses how kids turned out the way they did because their parents pretty much let them do their bad behaviors, whereas Willy Wonka's father is so desperate to keep him away from something he sees as bad that Willy becomes drawn to it. So it's like saying, oh, don't enable your kids' bad behavior, but also don't be authoritarian with them, Like, I feel like, as much as I'm not a fan of giving Wonka a backstory in that version, they at least made it fit with the themes of the story. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of them repeating something they did before and didn't really work. Also, like, there's just a bunch of little things in the trailer. There's this girl character they added in this version who I assume they made up completely for this version, and the trailer seems to put a lot of focus on her relationship with Wonka, and I don't really understand the purpose of adding this character, because we already know what happens to all his workers. Like, one of the few things we do know about his backstory that's been consistent across all the versions is that Wonka, like, a bunch of other companies get jealous, they send in spies dressed as workers, and eventually he kicks all his employees out, gets the Oompa Loompas in as his secret workers, and he is completely secretive of his methods until that tour. So what's the point of adding this new character and focusing on her relationship with Willy Wonka if we know she's just going to be kicked out later?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like such a pointless addition. So why are the Oompa Loompas here if this is before he has his factory?
I believe for that one, they actually do state that he actually was getting them as he was creating the factory in the sequel book.
I think that is, yeah.
Right,
I do want to point out, I find it funny that Hugh Grant is playing an Oompa Loompa.
That is hilarious.
For all of them.
I think it's just one.
I mean, I was just gonna say it would be funny if he did play all of them like Deep Roy did. So yeah, I feel like a lot of things in the trailer don't really align with the story as we know it, or at least as I know it. But I'm trying to remain cautiously optimistic. Trying to. Even though I think this is unnecessary. Alright, you can say your piece.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to the movie because it has. I like a lot of the stuff that we've seen. Like, honestly, one of my two favorite jokes that they used in the trailer were him basically imagining the grand opening with all the dancing, and then the cop just taps on his shoulder, points to a sign that reads "No daydreaming, $3 fine." That made me laugh. I also love the fact where he and the assistant are basically thinking of something, and he's standing under a lamppost, and then the light bulb goes on when he gets the eureka moment. I love gags like that. I honestly cannot wait to see this movie, and I would love to see another trailer that does go into some of the more wackier aspects of it. Because I'm pretty sure we are going to get it. I think it's going to be a kind of a half serious, half wacky type thing, considering what the story itself is. And it's
Roald Dahl. That's kind of his vibe.
Yeah, and I see the wackiness stuff kind of peeking out in barely at the beginning, like the first 20 minutes. Kind of starting to etch out in like the next hour to 40 minutes, depending on how long the movie is. And in the last quarter of the movie, we start getting a bit more wackiness. So I do hope that should we get another trailer, it's going to start showing some of the more wackiness of what they're going to, what we can expect from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I nitpick about the trailer, because I do that, I'm really hoping this turns out good.
It does look really good. I mean, hell, it could have been worse, considering the fact that Urza Miller was also auditioning to be in the movie. I don't know what they were auditioning for, but I am glad that basically Warner Brothers went with Timothée Chalamet.
Yes.
What's his name?
Timothée Chalamet will be the boy playing Wonka. Which that's fine.
I was gonna say.
Go ahead, Toaster.
You called him a boy. I guess he kind of is. He doesn't look very man.
I mean, he's a young man.
All right.
I was gonna say that I can imagine that if they cast Miller in that movie, they would be like it would be the Flash all over again, like with the backlash. I mean,
it's like they would not be dropping Miller as whatever role he was doing, considering they didn't do it for the Flash.
Yeah.
But we're done talking Urza Miller. We are done talking Urza Miller, but we're not done talking about DC.
Yeah. So. Apparently, DC starting to do these digital comics, kind of like what Marvel's been doing, with the Marvel action series, I guess. And so, this comic, when I found this out, I'm just like, the fuck are they doing? Apparently, Joker's a father now. Not in the way that you think. Because apparently, after his last encounter with Batman, Batman fell into a vat of chemicals and turned himself into a baby. And
you
so
told
the
me
Joker,
about this.
yeah. And so, do you have the photo, you, or should I send it to you?
I'm looking up this thing because I have read it.
Yeah.
Read it before,
Yeah.
but you can't send a picture. It's like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want baby Batman. Batman.
Yeah.
I don't want baby Batman clothes.
There we go. It's in the topics. That's the cover for like the first issue.
I mean, you showed it to me before, but I just can't stop laughing at it.
I know.
What does he want to do with baby Batman? Like, train him to be evil?
Well, apparently, Joker's going to raise Batman with a strong sense of justice. So then, he can find out that his father's like the evil Joker, and so like Joker can get beaten to a bloody pulp. Kind of like.
So it's like El Tigre?
Sort of, I guess. I'm just like, why are they doing this? Why? This makes no sense.
Maybe Joker just really wants a son.
I mean, they did a comic where he was actually pregnant.
We're done with this topic now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that part of the topic we can keep talking.
Yeah, we can get back. We can keep making fun of baby Batman.
I'm just gonna like leave it at that then. Yeah, just who at DC Comics greenlit this idea? Like, what the?
Someone who wanted to see Joker be a daddy.
Oh my! Harley Quinn's been after him for years, wanting to start a family, and you say your thing. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Hold on, I am actually looking
at
something.
I found your mind. It's crawling across my floor.
Give it back. I need it.
But I need it to grow a baby D-pad.
What?
Just kidding. Here, you can have your mind back. I'm sending it through the screen.
So I'm trying to find information about the creators for this.
Because I guess it's like a manga, and like the art's really nice. It's really nice, but just why?
I send it to you.
Okay.
No, I'm not able to find anything about the creators, so yeah. I wanted to see if they've done anything else, but I won't. Yeah, this has been around for about a year. This is for a year, maybe two. So yeah, D-Pad's just learning about this. I've known about this.
I just found out about this now. Okay.
I know. I've known about this for about a year.
And you're telling me this. Why didn't you tell me when I found out?
Because I wanted to see your reaction to this.
You wanted to see me suffer, is that it?
Yes, I do.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I do need to read this though, because I think it's kind of funny.
I will say it's funny, but why does this need to happen?
Because fate is cruel.
Well,
because God hates you and shows it with Batman.
Here's the thing: I love Batman. I love Batman bits, but okay. Speaking of like fate and that, you know what else has happened?
What?
Cartoon Network's actual the main building shut down.
Fuck.
Damn you, Warner Brothers!
I was actually just going to say that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I said damn, you can say the other thing.
No, you're fine.
Anyway, proceed. You're going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say fuck you, Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are they closed? Like, why?
Because Warner Brothers wants to destroy everything people care about nowadays.
Yeah.
They already destroyed Batman.
This isn't Warner Brothers. One Operation Joker is not really Warner Brothers.
I thought DC. I thought Warner Brothers owned DC.
Oh.
No, they do, but I don't think one Operation Joker is a part of DC. Is basically DC. DC allowed it, but it's like I don't think they're basically putting this at It's a side thing. It's a side thing. They're not going to bring references to it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Warner is a pile of.
Yeah. I think we can agree. Warner Brothers kind of.
Not kinda. They royally dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah, they did. So I wonder what this means for like a lot of like the Warner Brothers, like sorry, not Warner, but the Cartoon Network stuff that they had planned. Like, what does that mean for this? Yeah. Like,
sucks because Cartoon Network has brought me so many happy memories.
It's all about the money for Warner Brothers. Like they're willing to cut costs here and there as long as it makes them a profit.
But yet they don't want to cut things that need to be cut, such as Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
In fact, they even want to go, oh, this movie will make everyone forget about their crimes. No one's forgotten about their crimes with WB.
Yeah. I still can't believe that they were trying to say oh, this is going to make people forget all about it.
Like fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. And now The Flash is one of the lowest grossing movies. I don't even think it made bank.
It didn't.
No, I don't even think it covered the cost of the movie make. I don't even think it made that much.
Yeah, I don't think it did. I don't think even having Michael Keaton reprise his role as Batman in that movie helped it. No. Granted, that's the one reason why I was going to see the movie, but then I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to bother seeing
a piece of shit.
I
really want to give them money for this?
Well, see, I wanted to see the movie because Michael Keaton, growing up, he was my favorite Batman. Okay.
No, I get that.
So I wanted to see him because of that. So I'm thinking I want to see it, but at the same time, no, I don't want to give them money because then I'm supporting Ezra Miller. So I'm just you know what? I'm gonna wait for it to come out on streaming service, and then I'm gonna watch it. Then I'm gonna just probably fast forward to all the Michael Keaton's parts. That's probably what I'm going to do.
And then we learned, oh, hey, we made AIs of dead actors.
Yeah.
That movie is one glorious fucking train wreck, and I hope to God that everyone involved... Well, okay. I'll cast the crew. Well, no, okay. The crew, the director, the producer, everyone behind that part, and lose their jobs. I hope Ezra Miller is no longer able to work in Hollywood. Nothing against the rest of the cast. Those guys are all fine. But basically, but the crew, no. If they defended Ezra Miller, they should not be allowed to work in Hollywood anymore.
Definitely. But do you guys have any other news that you want to talk about quickly?
I don't think so.
Sadly, no.
All right. Well, with that said, I guess that wraps things up for another episode.
Oh, I just remembered someone else's birthday is today.
Whose?
Who is it?
I believe today is also Patrick Stewart's birthday.
I will go and check right now.
Please let it be true.
Am I right or am I wrong?
I'm still entering it.
All right.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yay! Happy birthday, Picard. Happy birthday, Picard. I am happy. Picard's my favorite. Picard is great. But
Cisco
anyway.
is best captain, and I will die on this hill. No, I respect your opinion.
And just like that, Toaster's fired. Anyway, that just about wraps things up for another episode of the Yin Yang Podcast. As always, be sure to once again, check out our sponsor, Swift Energy. Be sure to use code Yin Yang. It's all one word, capital Y, capital Y. Be sure to follow Yu over on his Twitch channel. The link for his Twitch will be in the description below. Be sure to also join our Discord. Link for that's below. Check out Toaster's art. Her Deviant art link will be in the description below. Be sure to follow me and Yu's collab channel with our friend Edgy over at Split Screen. That will be in the description below as well. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, D-Pad. Until next week, later days.
Ladies first.
I'm Robot Toaster. Have a good night. R.I.P. Cartoon Network. I'm going to miss you.
This is Yu Kirby. Star Trek sucks. Star Wars better.